Big changes were announced over the weekend when it comes to COVID restrictions. What this means for Davison schools.
Plus, seniors, it's our last week. What you need to know to make sure you walk across that stage on graduation day.
And yearbooks are in, where you can grab yours. DTV News starts right now.
This past Saturday, May 15th, the mask mandate that has been around since July of last year has been lifted fully for vaccinated people. Good morning, Davison. I'm Drew Ritter.
And I'm Haley Croft. The lifting of the mask mandate means if you've been fully vaccinated for COVID-19, you do not have to wear a mask indoors or outdoors in crowds full of people. But what does this mean for Davison schools? Assistant Principal Mr. Fischhaber says don't be so quick to ditch those masks in class just yet.
The mask mandate for those who have been vaccinated. However, until we get that information from the health department, from the state, from our school board, etc., we're going to continue to do things as we always do. Masks up over the mouth and nose must be worn at all times. But as for changes, I am certain that changes will come eventually. As to when those will be, I don't have the slightest clue. But as soon as we're told, we'll definitely roll those out.
Currently, roughly 55.7% of all Michigan residents have gotten at least one shot of the COVID-19 vaccine. 42% of Michiganders are fully vaccinated. You can get vaccines almost anywhere: Walgreens, Meijer, McLaren, and many other local places. And most of these places no longer require you to schedule an appointment, and some even have drive-throughs, so you don't even have to get out of your vehicle. Right now, ages 12 and up are eligible to get the vaccine. So if you've yet to get out there and get yours, now is the time while the finish line is in sight.
DTV's newest special, Confronting COVID, is out, and it covers the last year of the pandemic. We spent hours talking with students, teachers, parents, and staff members about how this year affected them. Many of us are completely changed how we live day to day this past year. You can check out the full special and other information on dtvnews.org.
Today is the last day to pick up your yearbooks. They will be available in front of the gym from 2:10 to 2:30 after school today. Also, seniors, if you haven't gotten your caps and gowns, stop by the office immediately. You want to be a part of the sea of robes when you graduate.
Senior exams start today with your 3rd and 4th hour classes. Tomorrow you will take your 5th and 6th hour exams. Then on Thursday you will take your last day of exams, which will be your 1st and 2nd hour classes online. Good luck, and let's end this year strong.
Seniors, the day we've prepared for over 13 years is just under 3 weeks away: graduation. This year the ceremony is being held right here in Davison at Cardinal Stadium on the night of Monday, June 7th. Graduates will be allowed 3 tickets for their guests, which has recently went up from 2. You can find information and check out the day of graduation rehearsal in your emails or daily announcements. DTV will be streaming it live on our Charter Channel 191 and our YouTube pages, DTV News. Also, don't forget that any pictures you would like to be included in the senior slideshow are due tomorrow, May 19th.
Still ahead, Jillian Tate brings you all the action from the world of Davison athletes. And
Kate Lawrence is preparing her best weather pun.
We got spirit, yes we do. We got spirit, how about you?
School spirit goes beyond the stadiums and is more than just wearing the gear. Here at Davison, it means sticking together and staying positive. Throughout the year, we need to keep our spirits high and follow the Cardinal Code.
It starts with us, Davison. Only we can make a difference. To show your school spirit, you can help each other, get and stay involved in activities, volunteer, and do little things like hold the door open.
We've got school spirit just like you.
Go Cards!
I got Jimmy Collins on the slam!
The girls' soccer team kept their win streak going on Friday against some tough competition. Good morning, Davison. I'm Jillian Tate. Let's have a look at what went down last week. The girls were matched up with Clarkston and were able to hand them just their 4th loss of the season. With a final score of 2-1, Davison's Grace Pratt and Lily Kish were able to contribute a goal each. The girls now have won 4 straight as of Friday, launching their record over the .500 mark in just a few weeks. Their next home game is also their senior night as they take on the Fenton Tigers on Thursday at 6:45. The softball team had another great outing last week as well. The Lady Cards hosted the Saginaw Heritage Hawks and were able to take wins in both games by double-digit margins. They've held onto the shutout for their first game with a score of 11-0 and then take the second one 16-1. At the time, that series would extend their win streak to 12 games, but it would get snapped by a talented Mercy team at the Northville Invite this past Saturday. The girls would get right back into the swing of things, though, winning their next 2 games against Northville and St. Clair. The girls are hitting the road yet again this Wednesday, this time to take on Clarkston for a 4:30 matchup. The girls' tennis team was also out on Saturday, hitting the Fenton quad to take on the Tigers. Reagan Snyder would finish at first for singles with sisters Mira and Morgan King behind her at second and third place. Duo Dallas Dunning and Kylie Lau were able to finish second in doubles as well, making for a good outing to close out their season. With some spring sports starting to wind down, this week is a bit lighter in how much is going on. Today, the girls lacrosse team will be heading out to Lake Fenton to face off with the Blue Devils at 5. The boys golf team is getting up bright and early on Wednesday to head out to the Fortress Golf Course for the SVL Finals at 8:30. The baseball team will host Carmen Ainsworth on Thursday, while the softball team is heading into Cavalier territory for their games with them. Both of those contestants will get underway at 4. To round out the week on Friday, the baseball team is taking a road trip to Essexville to take on the Garber Dukes at 4. And lacrosse takes on Grand Blanc away at 7:30 that night for their first round of playoffs. Good luck to all of our athletes this week. You know, it's crazy that this is our last week of high school for seniors, but I'm really hoping the weather will cooperate in giving us a nice send-off. So what's it looking like, Kate?
Well, Jill, with temps like these, some are hating the weather, but others, they want it. Good morning, Davison. I'm Kate Lawrence here with your forecast. Today there's going to be a high of 78 with a low of 58. Actually, correct me, high of 79 with mostly sunny. Now, to put that in perspective, we are 11 degrees higher than the normal high, which is 68. Tomorrow, there will be a high of 80 with a low of 63 and some isolated thunderstorms. On Thursday, it'll be a high of 86 and a low of 65, mostly cloudy skies for our last day at Davison High School. On Friday, day of prom, it's going to be a high of 87 and a low of 65, mostly cloudy. Drew?
Thanks, Kate. After a year of stops and starts after cancellations, the high school choirs will finally be taking the stage tonight for their first and last concert of the 2020-21 school year. The music will start at 6:30, but audience members are limited to 3 guests per student performer. But you can watch from the comfort of home. DTV will be streaming the concert live on Charter Channel 191 and also on our YouTube page, DTV News.
You can also follow us on social media where we'll be posting clips from the performance. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at DTV_official, then head over to like us on Facebook at DTV News. It really doesn't feel like it's the last week of school. Like, I feel like after we go home after exams next week, we're just gonna come back. I don't think it's fully hit that, like, you know, this is it. Like,
yeah,
this
it hasn't
is the
really
end.
hit me either, especially going home on a Thursday. Just it feels so weird. But I'm really excited for the break. I'm gonna take a week off for my job, and it should be a good time. Well, that's it from us, Davison. We'll catch you in the next one.